Boom! It's me again, you again, and we here again, so it's time to get it popping. In this episode of Mama's House, the Penthouse, you definitely do not want to miss this one. We are talking about why it's important to be selfish. Yes, fucking selfish. Being selfish is actually the most unselfish thing you could do. And you know why you looking at me like that? Because you don't know, baby D. Maybe you should check out this episode and see it. Let's get it. I will get big checks. It's just what's going to happen.
That's gonna happen.
It's just going to happen,
Wait, the
bro.
big check.
We're going to be at your neck, bro. Every day. That's a professional picture. I know success, yeah.
I built it from nothing. I don't give a fuck. What even qualifies you to tell somebody you're gonna fail? Like, are you like a MBA, like from Harvard? It's like, have you studied?
If I gotta risk everything to do this shit, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
To $1, son.
That was almost another.
What about this? Hey, hello. So I'm just looking down, seeing somebody peeking, but
I'm going this way. I'm good right here. Yeah, I'm good right here.
So what about me? I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Boom.
You should be good.
See,
You should be good.
always when I look down like that is when I start peeking. But I'm like, okay. But really,
You might.
we got 4 years in 1 second.
1 second. That's amazing. What's going on? I love being out here in the neighborhood.
Nah, it's the
It's the
I see
play.
the DM. Okay. Hello, you're very sexy, and I'm sure you get that all the time. I have a question. What's your type? Do you like big women?
Ooh, hold on. This boy will FaceTime me.
I'll get him on there. Of course I like big women, man. You know what time it is.
Yo. Hey, say what's up to the people, man. You on the podcast right now. That boy Will from Miami.
Man, what's going down, man? Mama's House of People. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what's going down. The hottest podcast in the motherfucking land, man. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. What? Keep in mind, man. It's going out to millions of people, man. So don't incriminate yourself.
I just want to call and let you know, bro.
You
Miami
gotta
not the
tell
same
bro,
without you, bro. Miami not the same without you. I wish you was here. Next month we're going all the way up. Let's go to LA. What's up, bro? Let's take it all the way. Prince and Hicks bring so much value to the table. Attraction ain't the same without them, man. Tell the people that, man.
Yeah. They hear you. Hey, D, you talking about going to LA next month?
Yeah.
Hey, we doing it then. We doing it. But yeah, bro, I'm hit you when I get off the podcast. You hear me? Bet. Yeah. That boy in Miami, living his best
I
life.
think that's what it's about, though.
What,
I just let him
what that is you saying? I have rich friends.
I got that from my Nigerian friend from Snapchat.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of people on my Snapchat, so I get a chance to see a bunch of people all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's important now, but I be taking a bunch of stuff. I'm just a mixture of a bunch of different things.
Yeah. People still don't know what the fuck you do.
Nah, I'm just a mixture of a bunch of different things. Like I take stuff that are funny from other places and say it.
You curate content
I
like
curate
Ja Rule.
content like Ja Rule from Instagram. Shout out to Ja Rule. Can we please do something like that in here?
Yeah.
First of all, this video that we did a viral video a couple weeks ago. Now, I always want people to understand that we, in making the social media course that we're making too.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this right now, shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Who
In the social media course.
that of course, all the influencers that are in the social media course, if you're watching this, we really appreciate y'all. Social media course is amazing.
Ooh.
It is amazing. But Ja Rulians, we did a video, viral video, did over 20 million platform wide. Now that's just Instagram, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go
Well,
on
to be honest,
Facebook.
that's
They got
an
this
estimate.
thing. That's just an estimate. A rough
Because
estimate.
I think it did like 1 million on his page, 1 million on another page, 1 million on another
It's
page.
about to reach 1 million on his page. It did 1 million on
Multiple other pages.
5 to 6 other pages.
And it's like,
So,
I think we said
that
something
we
about this last
seen.
week. It's like Russian
Yeah.
face. That's why I said I don't know how many, but I just know from what we were able to see ourselves, it was about 1 million. I mean 20 million.
yeah, 20 million, for sure. And then you got your other platforms like iFunny and just all types
It's just crazy stuff. And then people DM you like, oh, we
Yeah, I
see that
found you
video.
here. I found you
Yeah.
here. I'm like, damn, this is a real viral video. And then I'm starting to
Using
realize,
the strategies. Yeah.
you know, using the strategies from the social media course. But I was listening to this song called "Move."
Bitch, I'm a cow.
The bitch I'm a cow song, right? But I actually heard her talk about how she made it. And she was talking about, I'm experiencing viral content at this current moment. So I'm seeing what it does and how people react to you and just how different people view you after that type of shit. But she said some shit that was actually kind of cool, right? So I did that shit one day, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it, honestly. She said I just started taking action towards building.
I believe that's so
I
powerful.
just believe that that's what it is. Like, people always want to go viral on Instagram, but it's really no formula to going viral. It's really just trying.
Yeah, you know what?
You just keep
That's
trying.
what they say. It's a book called The Tipping Point. They said that, right? Like they try to break down. Like you could talk about why a video went viral after it went viral.
Yeah,
but it's
really
pretty much
don't know.
impossible to say what's gonna go viral.
Exactly.
Like the video that we're talking about. Like let's hit Ja.Rule up, see if we can get the actual video.
As a
Just
matter
play
of
it.
fact, yeah, play it.
Just play it. So you just watched that video, and you might be thinking to yourself, "Oh, that was funny,"
Exactly.
but at the same time, really think about what that video is.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way we would have known.
Come on. He hit each other on the
Like-
head with spoons.
Like,
It was just something that we thought to try, and let's do it, so it worked. It's like we anticipated it doing numbers, but there's no way to.
you don't know what's gonna go viral.
You don't even know. You just do shit and you keep trying. And that's just the whole essence of the social media course, and that thing is absolutely free.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
I can't
We
wait for
we
that.
giving out.
We're about to release that. It hasn't released yet.
Yeah.
We'll definitely let you know.
I guess it depends on when you're watching this.
Yeah.
If you binging right now,
Yeah, you caught
first of all, hey, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. If you binging right now, I know exactly who you are. But you might can go get that thing right now.
Yeah, you could maybe, and guess what else you can get?
Smoke. Ooh. Smoke.
Hey man, I don't.
Smoke.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Just let it happen, man.
I forgot to turn off long.
Yeah. Just let it happen this time.
So,
I was noticing though you was talking about. I seen somebody just DM'd you though.
oh yeah, somebody did just DM me. I need to stop breathing in this fog smoke.
Yeah. You gonna get the call? Ooh.
What she said?
Huh?
Oh, I remember. Here it goes. She said, "Hello, you're very sexy, and I'm sure you get that all the time, though. I have a question. What's your type of woman? Do you like big girls?"
You know what's funny though?
Why would she
We know
like-
we should do one day. We should do an
I'm about to
episode.
DM her back and say, "I love you.
I love you.
I love you."
We should do an episode about dating an entrepreneur.
We should.
Probably like maybe a Valentine's Day episode one day.
Ooh, a Valentine's Day episode. They know.
Ooh, and we could get like some girls on here, some social media influencers, and just
Oh, do a talk.
like a talk. If y'all would like that, let us know.
Yeah, maybe that could be the Valentine's Day.
The
But I
Valentine's
like
Day.
what she just did, man. She didn't really waste no time with that.
You know, from that message, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna tie that back to business for you.
Oh,
She came in really quick, right? She gave a compliment, right? You know, very, very sexy. Realized with empathy that I know you probably hear that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Next part of the message says, "What's your type?" Now, already she's setting up for the close. She's already setting up for the close, right? And then, bam,
Closes.
she closes.
I'm gonna hit her back.
You gonna hit her back?
I'm gonna let her
There goes to show y'all, if y'all DM DJ, you might get a response. If you can get through the 99, it's over 99, ain't it? It just don't let you go higher.
I'm gonna hit her back after.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in my phone. I got a bunch of DMs. My boy
But you know what though? That's crazy though. You can take a lesson from that because she was to the point. She was concise. But you know a lot of dudes, I be seeing them DMing girls, and oh my God,
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
they done wrote a whole
That's what
nonfiction
I'm
novel in their DMs.
During the
A
social
short
media,
essay.
Yeah, during the social media course, we had our social media stars over here, people who got a lot of followers and a bunch of social proof. And one of my friends showed me a DM.
You would be
People
surprised.
really write writing, what's up, man? People are really writing novels
Yeah.
in women's DMs. It's like, man, come on, get to the point. I think that's just what it should be. Get to the.
They in there talking about, I could do this, and then they got their points all laid out. Very structured. Might be even in MLA format.
Oh my God! Don't talk about MLA.
That's taking it back up. That's taking it back to E1. E1. If you episode 1, if you know what we talking about with that, oh man. Oh,
E1.
Man. You a diehard Mama's House and Penthouse fan. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Shout out to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Hey, I want y'all to follow my friend. I might be saying it wrong. You think we saying it right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just like different types of content.
The
like
Chiefs. I love her content. She's talking about being spiritual.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's just different perspectives.
I think that's what people miss, though, right?
Yeah.
So many different perspectives.
It's just so many different perspectives.
But you putting your perspective first.
Yeah.
Just like my girl in the DM.
Just like my girl in the DM, putting her perspective first. You know what that reminds me of?
What's
right?
that remind you of?
That reminds me of the question of the day. Mama's house mail.
Mama's house mail. Drum roll, please. Mama's house mail.
There it is. So you got your phone? Or, you want me?
Oh, I don't have it now. Had it. That was sloppy. Okay, there we go. A little muddy now. So this question, D, comes from my boy Jackson.
What up,
Jackson. Jackson. You had a roommate named Jackson, didn't you?
Yes.
Savage, wasn't he?
Jackson was no. Well, Jackson was savage. Jackson was in a fraternity at U.S. I had 9 roommates. 9.
At one time?
No, bro.
Oh.
No.
I be thinking I thought you was at almost like a shelter.
That was a span, right? We had
like a boys group home,
it was me,
right?
E-Man. Let me think.
You ever seen them orphan movies?
Lamray, Assad.
You never remember mine, bro. Stop.
I just remember college. College, I
don't know why you tried to flex.
I don't know why I said I remember that. I just remember 9 people in a house.
Okay.
Not at one time.
Okay.
In a span of time.
Oh, okay. Over the period.
Over the course of
okay.
time. Yeah, we had 9.
Y'all wasn't in there y'all wasn't in the orphanage with like 9
No,
days.
with 2 bedrooms, like the Bow-Wow.
Yeah. Like Mike. Yeah.
But no, that's not how it was. But yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah. But my boy Jackson says, okay.
Let's get to it.
I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. And I find that a lot of times I look at my friends and family and I see they need help. But then I also find that when I help them, it takes away from my business and I find my business stagnating. What should I do about this? Or is there anything that can be done about this? Really would appreciate any feedback.
Yeah, Jackson. Strap your seatbelts on for this.
Riding in the mother. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Oh, there you go. Are you ready? All systems go. We ready for let's get that thing from NASA. Key.
Audio will be off.
I know they like, what are they doing this week? There we go. Ignition sequence started. We are go for liftoff. It is Space City. It is Space City.
We're back, Jack.
Okay, now we're going to get serious with you.
Strap your seatbelts down. How the fuck did they say it was
I don't, that should be a license for father.
It should be like, you know how to do permits and shit, driver's like all of that shit. You should definitely fucking screen people like me, because I'm bringing my fog machine everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Look at these guys on the street, like, bro, what the fuck are they doing?
Like you sitting outside, you probably looking through the window like, is that a whole smoke show?
It's a whole smoke
Is that
show.
a husky he got? I wish we could get a shot of that. That is, dog is like the size of a human being. Holy shit.
Okay. Jackson.
Jackson.
I got the answer, big bro. I got from Steve right here.
You got him on both cameras?
I got him on both cameras. Jackson, I got what you need. Listen, Jack, I think that me personally, right? I gave this analogy to a couple of when we was talking about this before the show.
Yeah.
Actually, we did this before. Tell them the truth.
Yeah, we been honest.
We did this before. We fucked up.
Fucked up.
I fucked up. But who fucked up?
It wasn't nobody fucked up. It's like
one thing.
It's like it was so funny because we looked at the shit and was like, okay, bet levels good, everything good, and then neither one of us just actually pressed the button.
That's just an L.
We
What
fucked up.
was that?
We fucked up too. Come on.
But what was I saying though?
You were saying that we was talking about this concept beforehand. I think you was talking about the putting yourself first. You got people you look up to.
Oh man, yeah. So we talked about this before the show.
The show before the show.
The show before the show that we didn't press record on. Yeah. But long story short, it's like a classic case, Jackson. You remember when we were little, right? We were very young. I was a very young boy. Our sisters were very young girls. Everybody watching. We were very young. We would have siblings, right? And we would
Hey, what's up?
We would do. That's crazy. That's my name. I love. There's a lot of crazy people over here, though. Now, everybody young over here. That's what I love. But it's still cool because man, older crazy people too. Crazy sometimes. But yeah, Jackson, you remember having those older siblings that you looked up to, and they would ask you some outrageous shit, right? Like at the time you were young, you probably didn't have nothing to do, but as you look back at it, it just sounds like some outrageous shit. Like I remember the countless dummy missions I used to go on for my older cousin. Like go get my phone, go get my charger. My mother would use me, but it was like, duh, right? You're my child.
Having an older brother.
Having just anybody, right?
If it's big bro,
it's big bro.
Come on, man. You follow him around like a puppy dog.
Right? Yeah. You follow the big bro around. He tell you, go get that stick over there. We're finna go do some. Like he just tell you all types of crazy shit. But as you got older, you realize that those things didn't benefit you anymore. So he just couldn't talk to you like that.
Yeah.
I believe that starting a business, there are certain things that we need to put first for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Which is what the fuck is happening. But no. Everybody
I don't want to
stop.
be selfish though,
Let me do this because we're gonna go ahead and get it popping.
And I'm supposed to be thinking about everybody else.
None of that, right?
But D, won't people say I'm selfish?
But look though, I can understand that though, because some people, right? You can even argue the fact that some people might say, well, I want to do this for a person so they can do something back for me, right? Which is fair enough. That's fair enough, right? You can say, all right, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But I think that it comes a time in everybody's life where, while creating shit, while understanding that shit won't get done unless you the person who does it, right?
Yeah.
I believe that it takes a realistic person to be real with themselves, right? It's like, you need to understand. I believe that it's like a classic case of just understanding, like, all right, that shit really has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I feel you, big bro.
Yeah.
I feel you, girlfriend. I
feel your mama.
I feel you, mama. I feel you, mama. Mama, you know, it's me and you, right? I feel you, mama. I love you. Big bro, cousin, everybody I understand, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. And sometimes I think people use that word, I don't have time for that shit. Like that it's cool to say it, but really work on some shit so you actually don't have time for shit like that.
I think it's so important as an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I really want to say this because
but
Jackson, you're an entrepreneur.
Exactly. That's why. Exactly. Jackson ain't entrepreneur, so this is why that would make sense for him. Like Jackson, come on, think about this. You got a presentation package coming up. I can only imagine, right? A client talking to us like tomorrow is Monday. We got a sales meeting, but I'm thinking about Tuesday's meeting with the social media department for the company that the Found Moving and Found Coffee that I'm working with, that we're working with. Excuse me. And I could just only imagine if like my mom called me and said, "Hey, I need you to run to the store to get something for me and ship it here to Ohio."
Oh
right?
my God!
I was like,
it's like so many people do not get that.
But they really don't understand that. Just telling the person that I can't do that is 100% better than beating around the bush anyway.
Yeah.
I learned that at a very, 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 very young age. I have a friend right now that continues to tell me that they're going to come over here, right? But they never show up.
And I don't understand that.
I don't get it either. It's like,
just say you can't.
Just say you can't. Just say you can't.
And
come.
I guess along that same line, something I kind of had an epiphany about today. It's the idea that I think a lot of times we take this caretaker role in people's lives.
Yeah.
And it's this excellent
why,
book.
though?
Yeah, but it's an excellent book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, right?
Yeah.
And it talks about this shit. Like,
No
you're
more
just
fucking
too fucking nice. What I'm saying is people don't even like nice people. That's what's funny.
Right.
Right? But the thing is, you know what it is?
People don't
You
even
think
like these people.
I'm going to explain that, though.
No way.
I'm going to explain
Wait,
that.
before you even go further.
I'm not even going.
No, sometimes I think you.
What?
I think sometimes.
What?
Sometimes, bro. I think you so packed with a bunch of information that you would slide over some shit like that.
You feel like that
I
needs
feel
to
like
be
you
like.
wasn't. I feel like you wasn't finna stop the podcast for a couple seconds. It just, I need
I'm letting the MC skills take over.
Yeah, because I just stopped the music at the club.
Let me look at the camera.
I just stopped the music at the club and just asked
People-
Prince to say this.
People don't like nice
They
fucking
don't
people.
even. I like the even.
Okay, they don't even like
nice
nice people. I want you to imagine for a second right now, right?
Yeah.
A guy, he's talking to a girl. He's the nicest in the world. I mean, just going back to the DM example, he's DMing them all the most amazing shit. I've seen this. This is not, I'm making this shit up. You see a girl's DM, and the stuff they're saying, I'm like, holy fuck, this dude.
You don't
nice
want this?
This
This is
dude's
actually
writing
what y'all-
poetry. He'll write some poetry in there.
Yeah.
And he'll talk about taking her on trips, and he just wants to make her his wife and all this type of shit. And they'll look at that shit and go, huh. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
motherfucker writing some stupid shit like putting a soccer ball in there and say, hey, drop my ball. He's like, oh my God, you're so funny, bro.
Right.
Maybe not all of you.
Yeah.
Come on, I
Yeah, of
understand.
course.
But what I'm getting at is basically, why don't they, like, this is a classic debate, nice guys versus assholes, right?
Yeah.
This is, if you in dating at all, you understand. Why do I go for the jerks and not the nice guys, right? And the whole point is because nobody likes nice people.
Nobody even likes
And
nice
I'm going to explain this episode why it is important that you put yourself first. And actually, the person who puts themselves first is the most unselfish person. Wow. I'm gonna bring that home. But I think the thing is,
That don't make sense.
It
Somebody
don't.
watching this on the end
Somebody
gotta be
can
like,
say, they didn't cut the fucking
Say,
podcast.
wait a fucking second. Before you
Nonsense.
go, I just want you to understand.
Hey!
Hey! Don't click off this video. Watch the rest of this video. That is hilarious. No,
Yeah.
you just said though. I
Yeah.
need to make sure that I heard this shit right.
Yeah.
Because I'm eager to learn in this episode.
Oh.
You telling me that because actually as I think about it, it's starting to make more sense. Because I always, every time I hear a person say some shit that sparks my interest, I say, oh.
That's like when you really think about
It's
it.
like,
Like,
shit, well, damn. Ooh, and,
yeah.
damn.
It's just like them little neurons start firing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. People don't like nice people. Bro. I'm be honest with you, right? I feel like I'm a very nice person.
That's not true.
Because the thing is this, what I realized though, right, is when you take the example just like you just said,
Yeah.
with your friends, your family, your mama, your brother.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have that caretaker mentality. And we talked about the disease, the
Because you
bleed.
honestly think that that's what people want.
I really think something you say on your Instagram is really driving home with me right now. And nobody
The while
really
back.
gives a fuck about you.
Ah.
And the reason I say that is whatever, right?
I
I walk.
refrain from talking as much as I want to on my Instagram. 'Cause I try to get people to come here.
Yeah,
Listen to that.
but the thing is, this is what I'm saying. Why it was so profound to me.
I want to talk.
I realized
I
this.
might get back on Instagram and say that today.
I realized this. Do you, like, let's say, for example, you take a family member. You might be trying to do everything you can to try to save them and help them, right? But I realized one or two things don't happen. First of all, somebody who does not want to be saved cannot be saved. I don't give a damn. If you're watching this and we help you, it's because you were ready to be helped.
You was ready to be
You
helped.
was ready to be helped. I want you to
Listen the
understand.
full episode and you went
Made a funnel,
and
that was because you were ready. Most people are not ready to hear. That's one.
Yeah.
Secondly, people will be okay. They're human fucking beings. They're going to figure the shit out. I've had so many people. Like I had a friend, old business partner, right? It's a crazy story. I actually ran into his little sister's boyfriend, and you know I asked about him. He's like, you know, he's married, he's got a kid, another kid, and stuff like that. And it sounded like he was doing all right. And you would think, like, in your mind, like, oh well, if they're not around me, if you're a caretaking mindset, like they're gonna just completely fall apart. And I didn't never actually believe that, but when you see it manifested in front of you, you're like, bro, people are gonna be all right.
Yeah.
So you're being so nice, and you find yourself sabotaging your own success because
Exactly.
you believe that being nice is helping each other people.
Yeah.
But there's a statement I heard a long time ago, and you tell me if this is a stop moment. Maybe it's not. I'm letting you judge that. Right. You can't be strong for others until you make yourself strong first.
I know, you know, that's like one of the classic situations. That's like a classic case. That's some shit you've been hearing your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do for others.
It all sounds corny, bro.
It all sounds so fucking corny. That's why I hate about it. That's really why I like.
It's like the I gotta love myself.
That's why I like rappers. Rappers, people think rap is cool because like I think different demographic of people like different things for certain reasons. Like I grew up in the hood, so I'm hood shit cool. I actually hate that shit, right? It's cool. I love it.
It is what it is.
And it is what it is. And I hate if I offended anybody on the podcast. But my thing, where I'm going with this is that I like rappers because they hit home and they say stuff differently,
in a cool way.
In a cool way. And I really, really, really love that shit. Like, it's like punchlines, Drake, what did he say? It's gross what I net. Like, you could have just said some cool shit like, I make
crazy how much money I make.
Yeah, like, no, it's gross what I net. Like,
I like all the profits, man. I hardly do percents.
Yeah, like all types of stuff. Like, I love that. It's just another way to say some cool shit because what I believe happens is that you hear lines like that, like, put yourself first. It's like, all right, I've heard a person who's shit on the floor say that, so it can't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but really.
Well, I think too with that though, a lot of people are not actually doing the shit they're saying.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I mean, because my thing is this. This is something I had to learn very hard. Like, I really, to be honest with you, I'm being honest with the podcast. This is something I really just cemented in my head recently. It's like that I realized, you know, I like helping people.
Yeah.
Like, if you come to me and if you find me in the right circumstances and you ask me about your business, I will talk to you about your business and try to help you. Doesn't mean that if I'm walking down the street and you say, hey, what's up on my business? I probably won't. But I'm saying, let's say you get in a social setting and you talk to me and you ask me some shit about your business, I'll probably talk about your business. Right? This is why shit like this even exists. Mm-hmm. But I had to be real with myself that I believe even if you're a real entrepreneur, my job is not to take somebody who does not want to be helped and help them. My job is to accelerate your process. That's my job, to accelerate your process. If you want to hear what I have to say, you will accelerate your process. But if I'm taking time, think about this. Let's say, have you ever heard the term opportunity cost? Mm-hmm. So everything that you do costs something. If it's not money, it's your time. So, money. So if I'm spending time helping people who don't want to hear what I have to say, who's suffering? Now, if I'm suffering, how am I able to do? Let's say you got a family. If you have a family, this is a very easy analogy. Let's say you got to feed your child. So every hour that you don't go to work, you're not able to feed your child. So in essence, you're not strong enough to take care of your child. So if you're not selfish enough to say, hey, I'm gonna do my thing, you're not gonna be able to help those around you. And this is one of those big epiphanies that hit me because I'm like, holy shit! Like,
it makes sense.
It's like
somebody, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna give you a quick story. Somebody hit me up the other day talking about, can you do this? I said, fuck no. Fuck no, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. You know why I can't do that?
Right.
Because I have something else at that time that's going to pay me more, right?
Yeah.
So I'm about to do that so I can do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to save myself the trouble of even trying to be too nice and trying to pull up on you. See, what the problem is, I believe, and this is where I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to let you get back to it. Because I think the problem is, Jackson, I believe you're too nice.
That's what I'm saying.
And I know exactly what you're saying, but I think people are too nice. It's like,
but that's why I say I want you to really understand. People don't even like. This is what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
This is like, if you haven't read the book No More Mr. Nice Guy, it's a book. It's a book for men, but like I always recommend The Disease to Please to have a more balanced view of this, right? Mm-hmm. But No More Mr. Nice Guy talks about why people don't like nice guys, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, let me give you an example. I think we may even talk about this on the podcast. But let's say I walk up to you and I say, hey, D, you need a ride to the barbershop today?
Yeah.
And you like, bet, right? Fine. Get in the car, get a ride to the barbershop, right? Mm-hmm. Now let's say later today, I say, hey, D, I know you don't never cut hair this time. I need you to cut my hair. You like, well, bro, I can't cut your hair. And I go, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I thought I gave you a ride.
Yeah.
And see, this is how a lot of nice guys come off because, let me ask you, it's not that you can't be nice. What it really comes down to is, what are your motives behind being nice?
Yeah.
And that's the difference between the person who's nice for themselves. So in the book, they talk about this whole story about how he has a relationship with his wife. And his wife, he always wanted to please his wife and stuff like that. So they went to counseling, and his wife said, you know, sometimes I just wish he would fucking do shit for himself. Like, I wish he would get his needs met. He's always following me around the house. What do you need? 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 Instead of just being like, I want to do this shit. She said, I wish he would do that. And what you realize is that the reason nice people come off so disingenuous is because they are doing shit with an agenda. They want you to perceive them a certain way. Let's say right now, you like, for example, remember we went to do that little virtual reality ride shit?
Yeah.
You was just like, you just threw out the money like you paid for it, right? Yeah. Well, when we go bowling, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah. But my point is, you're not doing it because you're expecting to get anything back. Yeah. It's not like, shit, now that I've done this for you, like, you're really not being nice. Yeah. Like, think about the guy who walks up to a girl in the club or whatever, right? And he's nice. What is he being nice for? Yeah. Is he? If you give a girl a compliment, why are you giving her a compliment? I really want you to think about that, right? You're not giving. Are you giving her a compliment because you just, hey, you look nice today? Or are you giving a compliment because you expect her? Yeah, now I can get the number. Yeah. It comes off that way. Yeah. And I feel like people don't understand these dynamics because nobody talks about this shit. Nobody. It's left in the air. I'm saying because I think I've studied this shit so much and I've really analyzed this stuff to get into situations like this because I would say I'm a reformed nice guy. And the reason I say that is I'm not an asshole that just like doesn't give a fuck about people. But what I'm saying is I've learned to put my needs first in order to help other people. Like, that's how I'm gonna help other people. Yeah. Think about it right now. Like you said, if my mom says, hey, I need you to do something at the time I'm filming this podcast, how much are you gonna suffer?
How a selfish act just help millions of people.
Millions of people. Right. So my thing is, okay, same thing with family. Family hits me up and like, why don't you help this person for free and help this person for free, right? Okay, what makes more sense? I give you some information that you're probably not gonna be able to actualize. You might not even listen to, right? Yeah. Or I build my business up to such a successful point that not only can I help them financially, but also can show them a working model. Like, this is how I did it inside my business. Just use it, which is more powerful. Or me taking time, letting my business go to shit, and then I can't help anybody, which makes more sense. And I think that's the thing people understand. When you're being nice, you're being nice because you're seeking approval. You want the approval of other people.
What you slowly begin to realize that the approval of other people is shit that is needed for anything.
But think about it, right? I'm saying think about you, for example. Yeah. You're a very well-liked person. Yeah. But I've never seen, like, and you're a nice person. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't call you what's called a nice guy.
I'm not a nice guy, right? Yeah. But I think that people lean towards people who think for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't understand why you always want a person around you, I believe that it's psychological barriers like that. It's like people want to be around leaders. People want to be around people who are stiff.
You know what I believe it is?
Stiff guys.
Yeah, still. But you know what I believe it is? You know what I believe it is? Yeah. Because you're honest.
And it's not. And I think it's another little effect too. Honesty is definitely one of them. But it's that thing that I guess what am I trying to say right now? What word am I looking for? It's secluded. Maybe not secluded. I'm thinking about my clothing line. Secluded. But like Josh, right? He won't really perform everywhere. But we can get here all the time. I'm official. It's official. Is it official? So it's like if you have a stiff friend, you have a friend that isn't a nice guy.
We respect value.
Yeah, Prince is not gonna go for that. I know he won't because I know him.
Yeah, you respect.
Like you respect that. It's more of a bragging point to another group of people. Like, this is why nice people nice guys. Like this is why nice guys.
Like somebody tell me
if somebody's too nice and they're around you, that you slowly become like what society calls a pushover.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody
wants
to be around those individuals. Nobody wants to be around somebody.
Because I mean, think about it, like you say, what I know is somebody say, yeah, I'm going to get your boy Cowboy the MC. I'm going to be like, good luck.
Good luck.
Like, good luck.
Good luck. Because I know,
I just know what he's on. And see what I'm getting at is that it's not that you're not a nice person. I see you do nice stuff for people all the time. But the point is, it's the place where it's coming from. And I think that's the big thing that you have to understand about being nice to friends and family. Are you being nice because you want them to like you? Or are you being nice because you genuinely enjoy being nice?
Or are you being nice on your time or their time?
Yeah.
I think that's a big point too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like I did a bunch of nice things. I was the guy who did for 3 years the workout class for absolutely free.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I gave everybody 3 hours out of my week, every week, no matter what. It didn't rain, sleet, snow, cold, hot. It didn't fucking matter. Even if I went out of town, I would switch it to another day. I did that for 3 years straight, free, absolutely free. So many people lost weight because of me and just getting out there and all the good energy. 60 pounds. Tad lost a lot, but it was all their work ethic. Come on,
yeah, we are.
It was just the consistency of that. I cut kids out currently free, even with the phones that we created, the podcast.
You an asshole.
Yeah, right. I will make sure, no matter how much money we make, no matter what's going on, there will be some form of giving happening within my life, no matter what.
Think about this. I think going back to the honesty thing, right? Mm-hmm. Honest expression. Let's go to this analogy. If I did something that you didn't like, what are you gonna do?
I'm just probably not gonna fuck with it.
No, I'm saying, if we communicate, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if we're communicating,
True, I'm thinking about some. Okay, I'm true.
Yeah, but if I did something that you didn't like, right? What would you do?
If we're communicating?
Like, you talk to me, something happened that you didn't like. What are you gonna do?
If I'm talking to you, something that
let's say I did something yesterday that you didn't like. Then you on the phone with me today. What are you gonna do?
Probably just brush past it. Really nothing, honestly.
Well, I know you, bro. You're gonna say something about what I'm saying. You're gonna honestly. It's like when you made a joke. I ain't fuck with that joke.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about spending a lot of time on
something. Oh no. That's not where I'm going.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
Of course.
But this is gonna go to that too.
Okay. I'm thinking of a different. I'm thinking of a totally different. I'm all the way on the other end of the ballpark.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know you don't give a.
Yeah, okay. For instance, I remember one time we were doing business with a person, and the day came where the business was supposed to take place, and the guy called me. He said, "Hey, I don't think I'll be able to be there. I'm going out of town now. Out of town adventure is some shit that you knew about way ahead of time."
Yeah.
So I called him after the situation took place, and after everything, I say, man, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm a young cat, he's an older cat. He had no choice but to respect this, right? I said, let me tell you something about me. I said, don't ever leave me hanging dry on some shit that we worked on together, okay? And I mean that because I said that because I want him to understand that if we work, I just confronted him about what I didn't like, long story short, right?
Yeah, which didn't waste time.
I called him and told him exactly how I felt, and I told him don't ever do that to me again, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. But the whole overall thing we talking about that was I did call him and let him know, say, man, I don't like that.
Now pause for a second. This is what nice people won't do. I want you to really think about what I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. You don't like some shit and you won't say it. I've seen this in relationships all the time. So the thing is, guy go to a club, girl says something he disagrees with, but he act like he likes that shit and he doesn't.
Right.
Just say some shit that's outrageous, he'll just be like, oh, yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
It's like,
you dig in your hole, man.
The same thing when it comes to honest. I think we all respond to honesty because not many people will do it. A lot of times in business organizations, like I always talk about Matthew Knowles, we were having a meeting and really it was going nowhere until I just cut through the shit and said some honest shit to him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I'm saying is, because you could think that by just keeping your head down and not saying anything, that more people are gonna like you. But once again, what it really is you're not honest. If you don't say something, if you don't speak up because you feel like somebody's gonna get offended, because you're trying to be nice to them or whatever, right? What you're not doing is being honest. The reason I love the disease to please is because, and I go back to this statement all the time, and I'm gonna continue to say this on this show until I hammer it home to everybody. The moment that you identify with being nice versus being real, you're gonna keep getting yourself in trouble. So, in a situation where somebody does something that you don't like, I'm not worried about being nice to you. I'm worried about being real or honest with you. You see what I'm saying? Not hurting your feelings, not being an asshole, being honest with you. The nice guy, it's not that you don't do nice shit, it's that you're dishonest. If something bothers you, if your family is calling you, taking up all your time, then you need to call your family and say, hey, look, y'all, I run a business.
I had it up to here with this.
I've had it up to here
with this bullshit. Is that a B? He cannot come
No,
in
he
the house.
cannot. He won't. He won't. He just don't pay attention. Let him live. But you've had it up to here with this shit. Then you're starting to be honest. Are you an asshole? Does that mean you're not gonna help your family if an emergency comes on? It definitely doesn't mean that. But I will say, you getting scared? Come on, man. You country, big checks cowboy.
That's a country ass B.
Come on, man.
That's like a
You
baby
jumped up.
bird.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You
Hey,
just, hey,
I'm
it's
saying,
supposed to be a whole bunch of country
It's
shit
a
going
whole
on.
bunch. And it was a whole bunch of country. Look at that.
Look, yeah,
Come
look.
on, I
That's
got
right,
you.
yeah. Hey.
I just don't want to do him like that on the podcast.
Oh, you don't want to do him?
I'm really saving us.
Yeah, from
Horrible rating.
Peter
Yeah,
coming.
they gonna feed me.
Well, he was just in his habitat. That boy say FEMA. Let me pause for a second.
Don't even.
Man, I didn't lost my train of thought.
Don't even-
What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, if you call your, like, it doesn't mean you're not gonna help your family if they have a problem. But the reality of this is that what's happening is, and you've said this before, is you don't want to choke the little bitty bitch out of yourself that's saying that, oh, you know, I'm not gonna speak up because I'm trying to keep everything civil between anybody. Anybody in my family knows this about me, right? And I'll tell you this story once again, get personal on the podcast. I had one of my aunties, very strong. All my aunties are very, very strong, like, headed women, right? All of them, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, true shit, right? I used to be terrified of all of them when I was young. I remember one particular thing, it was a family thing, and they didn't want to have, like, one of the cousins or something over something, and I ain't fuck with that. So I called her, and I said, you know, I don't really agree with what you're doing in this situation. And she laid into me. She let me have it. I'm like, this, right? Shredded me, right? Now, I didn't get upset. I didn't yell back, anything. I said, are you done? And she hung up. So I drove to her house. Say, look, you know, I understand you have your perspective, but one thing is, you saw that I didn't raise my tone with you. I didn't disrespect you. But you're going to respect me as a man. And for me, from that day forward, me and my aunties or anybody in my family never had a problem because I was honest about how I was going to be treated. See, I could have tried to be nice. It's like, well, I'm not going to go say nothing to her. Or whatever. And then the disrespect. Exactly. Where I'm pissed off, really, in the back of my mind, and I'm being nice about it, but really, like, what they say about nice guys are usually ticking time bombs. You ever seen somebody, like, you ever seen an argument where they seem normal? It's like, it seems like some normal shit sitting around. You be like, man, you be playing too much. How the fuck I'm playing too much? Like, you be like, whoa. It's because, think about it, that nice guy's been bottling that shit up for so long until it just kind of just blows up. They explode. The whole point is, when you could have avoided that by just being honest. See, the thing is, the reason I said that what you have to understand about this is by being selfish, by taking the time to say build up your life to make yourself strong, you then can be strong for others. I told this story multiple times about the lady. I think it's in Disease to Please, where she had to feed her child, but she never fed herself. So eventually she died. What do you think happens to the baby?
The baby dies.
So if she doesn't take care of herself, the baby's going to die.
Excellent analogy. Just think about that.
So it's the same thing with this. You have a business. I have a business. The type of impact that I can create on this world, the type of people I can help, the way I can help my family, my future, everybody that comes after me.
That's a statement. That's a statement. It's not even about us. Right?
It's bigger than us. So if I'm not selfish enough to say, let's go shoot the fucking podcast. If I'm not selfish enough to say, hey,
move this weekend.
then how are you ever going to build anything? I think the biggest thing right here is just understanding that this disease to please, this nice guy mentality, this nice woman mentality, because women have the tendency to have a lot of that caretaker mentality sometimes.
Well, it's natural too. It's just natural psychology. Men are here to provide.
Not every woman, but right? I've seen it.
Well, I'm just thinking about the pattern of my mom and my grandma.
Yeah, my mama too. Yeah.
Just all women that I've experienced.
And the thing is, trust me, they'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
It's okay to be a little bit selfish. It's okay to think about yourself. Because the thing is,
That's what they don't talk about.
They never talk about this. Ever.
The shit that they don't talk about.
Because the
That's the
thing,
name of this episode.
the shit they don't talk about.
The shit that they don't talk about.
How to take care of yourself.
How to take care of your fucking self.
So I think the thing that why I'm really big on this episode and why I enjoy this episode is because the big thing I want you to realize that for the longest, I used to look at it and, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Okay. So,
Right.
I see. So what I'm saying though, right, is the big thing I want you to take from this is, for the longest, I was a person who was nice, and I always thought that I had to caretake my friends and look out for everybody else, and I never was looking out for myself. But when I really look back, that was really what landed me in a position where I was at, whether it was sleeping on the floor, not making money, being broke, because it's not that I didn't have the skills. I always had the skills to do the shit that we're doing.
That's what's even more interesting. Like being this close to you and understanding, damn, how, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear, but see, sometimes that's why it's so important to paint pictures of individuals. One day we need to do a real documentary of you sleeping on the floor, and every time you say it, put that bitch in there so people can visualize it. Because my thing is, floor here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you always talk about, this is what held me back. These are the things that held me back. And I'm here with this man, and I'm seeing him talk about the stuff that held him back. And I think the only difference between me and an individual who just isn't making any money is the fact that they just don't listen.
It's mental.
It's a mental thing.
I used to hear that shit and I didn't get it. I didn't like, what are you talking about? It's
I
mental.
used to hear a lot of this shit that I'm hearing now. And a lot of this shit that we implement now is like, okay, I remember hearing that shit just like, bro, I've heard that millions of times. It has to
It's more mental than.
Yeah, it's like,
But it's true, and I can attest to it because I looked up one day and said, what piece don't you have?
yeah.
What skill don't you have? There's not one skill I could think about that I didn't have to start building what I need to build.
Yeah.
All I could see was emotional hurdles. Prime example. If I told you right now you have to go make a cold call in order to grow your business, you have to go make cold calls every day. Why don't you do it? You're scared of what? Rejection.
Which doesn't
So that's not a, I could tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
I could show you how to do it. What you're going to be more fearful of is getting rejected.
Yeah.
If I say, okay, you have to go do public speaking. Some people, oh shit,
Yeah.
I can't go speak in front of people.
Yeah.
What are you scared of? The thing is, these are not skill problems. You can learn the skills. You could go learn the skills. You could go learn any skill that you want in the privacy of your home, in an online course like Social Palooza.
Yep.
You can learn about this shit without ever having to take action. But the thing is, what's really stopping you is mental blocks. I never had, like, education, knowledge, skills, and shit like that's never been an issue for me. For some people, maybe, I get it, but maybe you have different hurdles. Maybe your work ethic is the problem. Those things weren't the problem for me. My real problem was I was too nice. I got the skills. Hey, I'm just gonna help you with your thing. I'm just gonna stand in the back. I'm not gonna be a leader. I'm just gonna
Let you lead.
I'm gonna just, you know what? Just let your ideas be out there. I used to always get that identity that I'm the good son. Like, I'm the good son.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh yeah, whenever my mom needs me, I come running. I'm the good son.
Yeah.
My older brother, he's an asshole because he's not over here caretaking every second of his fucking life. Right?
Right.
But then when I see what he was building up, I'm like, holy shit. Well, what the fuck am I on? Because really, if I build up what I want to build up, how much more useful can I be to my mother?
It's like Nike, right? Just do it. I like
do
just
it.
lead.
Just lead. JL.
JL.
I text people that sometimes. JL.
JL.
Just
Just
lead.
lead the fucking ship, man.
But I'm saying the point I'm getting at,
Stop
though,
working.
is
Stop
it's
driving.
mental.
Stop driving the other ships. And
It's
just get
mental.
out there and lead your own shit.
At a certain
Like
point,
that.
at a certain point, and this is a good exercise you can do if you feel like you're too nice. I want you to have a selfish pilgrimage. You know what that means?
What that mean?
I want you to take an entire month where you only think about your fucking self. That means, let's say right now, you're like, okay, instead of thinking about how can I make sure everybody else is having a good time, you only think about how I can have a good time. Instead of thinking about how I can take care of everybody. Now, of course, if you got kids and stuff like that, you're going to take care of your kids. Of course. That's, of course, right? But I'm saying, if you're a person who, the basics, all that extra shit though, no. Cut it out just for a month and just see how you feel. See how much different it is. See how people still manage to get along without you. They may be a little bit upset, and if it's people close, you can tell them what you're doing. But just see, people are gonna get along without you. I got friends, I helped them start their business, and their shit is doing well, even if I'm not there. They're gonna be okay. And once you realize that, you can start getting back to you. Once you get back to you, you can have whatever life you fucking want.
For my brother, man, I talked about this on Instagram. He said, man, pop the titty out your mouth. Pop the fuck.
That's like a rap. That's almost like a rap.
It's like, yeah, it's like a rap.
Because it says what it says.
And I just love that shit. It's like, you can say, JL, just leave. Or you can say some shit like, you know what I'm saying?
I like the range. Cause
the
it's
different
like,
range.
man.
It's like, man, I'm not even interested in even trying to figure out who fuck with what I say, man. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh my God, there it is again.
I'm just gonna say it.
There it is again.
I quit worrying about if I had to wear suits to hang with people. It's like, bro, all I'm ever gonna do at this point now that I understand all of this shit is all I'm ever gonna do is do what I want to do and what I can.
And the thing is, what I'm saying is,
and whoever can deal with that.
like, think about even being nice though, right?
Yeah.
Like you just said, I'm not worried about what you're saying. You might say something that's offensive. We might like. We had a whole debate with Josh about when you said the fuck school thing, right? Now, of course, if you go deep into the debate, we could talk about what it really is, right? The wording and stuff like that. But you wasn't like, well, maybe I should say it again. You just said it because you felt it.
And he stuck with his way.
And if it offends somebody, you're willing to talk about it. I feel like you offend somebody, you truly offend them, you're just going to say, hey, my bad.
My bad, and if you want to talk about it some more, we can, but it's just how I feel.
Yeah, so, but it's not, you didn't do it, you're not doing it to hurt people. And what I'm saying is people like that are the people that people come to like moths to a flame.
Yeah.
They want to be around them because I want you to think about how much.
Yeah.
I want you to really think about what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
99.9% of the world is so fucking bland and mediocre that when you see one person who can just be fucking honest, you're immediately drawn to them.
Yep.
I want you to think about that. You're sitting in the room, everybody's
Think
like,
about that with social media right now. Cardi B, Doja Cat, bitch, I'm a cow.
bitch,
I just want you to understand, like, the shit is so, it's like the one person out of the 99 people in the room who decided to say, fuck all of this serious shit, like getting in the booth and doing all of this crazy shit. I'm just about to flip the script and say,
I'm not going to have a well-produced video. I'm just going to do this.
I'm going to do what I want to do this time. Bitch, I ain't a cow.
And it
And it blows up.
viral.
And it blows up. I'm not saying don't make a song called Bitch, I'm a cow. The essence behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you because the point I'm getting is you can rise up above people so easily because so many people are so mediocre. Like, I believe people like this podcast. I believe people gravitate to the stuff we're doing because you just finally get somebody who's talking to you how it is. Like, there's a lot of shit. Like, the episode we talked about the support black business thing.
Rubbed you wrong, right? And I
It
feel
rubs
like
me so wrong,
it
bro.
rubbed me wrong, and this is why. Before y'all be like, oh, controversial shit, right? This is why.
I'll tell you why it rubbed me wrong, too.
It rubs me wrong because fuck support anybody.
The word support is negative.
Just
bro.
because, it's almost like, bro, please watch, just support the. I'm gonna make the best fucking content.
Think about shit that needs support, though. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
talking about.
that's what I'm saying. So
Like,
my
you
thing
talking
is,
about a broke down ass.
just be the best fucking business.
Like, those episodes, we're not trying to offend you specifically. If it offended you,
Yeah, go check that out, too.
what we're trying to do
That shit be
is
running
tell
me
you
still
how
hot
we
to this
feel.
day. Yeah.
How we feel. And you may not like how we feel, which is okay.
But fuck you.
In the most sincere way
in the
possible.
most
And only
sincere.
country big chest cowboy could get away with telling me.
Yeah, because it should be fucking if you don't like me. And I'm not saying that to start wars here.
No, that's what the point is when they talk about good marketing, right? You're trying to incite a base. They talk about this with politics. Look at the crazy politics. When you
add the first word I'm gonna say is fuck you.
well,
Let me tell you why.
there's only one problem with that.
I can't curse on ass.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah,
but if
but
they did, I would do that.
Yeah, they wouldn't take that. Man. They wouldn't take that.
Facebook, we not trying to give you
Yeah,
ad accounts.
they would flag the fuck out of you.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying. Though. Well, you can do something similar to that.
Yeah, I
Right?
can
That's what
drive
stuff like
like
don't open this is.
Yeah, right.
You're stupid if you don't open like just stuff like that.
But
But
for real though, I just believe that, man. I'ma do me, and it's just a classic case of some shit that you heard before. So
that's what I mean. That's like politicians, man. Like when I understood how politics really works, and I see all the crazy shit they say, it's because it's like, you know who doesn't vote? People who are neutral. You know who doesn't buy? People who are neutral. You know who does buy? People who love you, but not. And sometimes people who hate you. Actually, I remember Mayweather said this. Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Shit, everybody comes to watch me. You love me, you come to watch me. You come to see me win if you love me. You come to see me lose if you hate me. But what are y'all all doing? Think about all the boxers that you. Do you even care about seeing they fight?
No.
You may not even be a boxing fan, but when a Mayweather fight came on, you was like, I gotta go see the Mayweather fight.
Because I don't like him.
Because it's polarizing.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're a bland person, bland. Hey guys, what is? You ever remember Sesame Street? Remember that thing? What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Little mammoth. They're really making fun of bland people.
Yeah.
What's going on, big boy?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like when you're that person, nobody's going to fucking pay attention to you. When you're the person who sits in the back and is just nice and never says an opinion, when you really have some maybe amazing shit you could say, do you think you're being nice to the world? You're actually being an asshole. Because you're not actualizing the ideas that could change the world. Just imagine if you found any value from what me and D do. Just imagine if we'd have been nice and said, well, no, we're not going to put our opinions out there because people might get a little bit offended, guys. We don't want to do that. And I think that's just really what I want you to kill. Kill the nice person. Because being a little bit selfish can really serve you in the end.
It can really shoot you in the fucking face.
Being too nice. And I guess with that, you want to go into the final thoughts of Penthouse
sure.
because we
Yeah. Now we're about to get there. So I guess my final thoughts on the Penthouse just tie into the end of what P just talked about. Side note, I got but jumping right back
Never
to
been
my
lucky.
level. Jumping right back to my tag, what you just said at the end. Sometimes it's like in a very early age, I understood this, but I hope listening to this podcast, you understand what we're about to say, what we've been saying, and what I'm about to say. Chose the little bitch.
Jackson.
Jackson. Everybody else is watching Jackson. Chose the little bitty bitch. I want you to understand that the shit that I'm able to do is only because I don't tolerate other shit. I want you to understand that the shit that anybody that you see, I was talking about this to somebody at the barbershop today. I was telling them there's no such thing as a celebrity, man. It's like, side note, it's like, come on, man, all these individuals are regular people. But I just want people to understand the shit that you accept, the shit that you see.
That's why it's great to meet a celebrity.
It is, because I dated one before, and that's why I just don't believe in that shit anymore. It opened up my eyes. I just want you to understand, just jump back to what I'm going at, because I can see myself going way on the deep end with this. Chose the little bitch. Because once you do that, you have boundaries. One of the things that I learned from people is that, man, set boundaries for yourself. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying as I let Pete go? I don't fuck with that.
No, say it again, please.
I just say it with it. You gotta say
Okay.
it.
Say the whole thing, too.
You like, all right, Pete. Blah, 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 blah. Come with me. I don't fuck with that.
Ooh, there you go.
I
I don't fuck
don't
with
think I fuck with what you just told me.
Yeah.
Motherfucker come up to us and say, hey, you should join the team.
Oh, come on, stop. Cause you about to.
Nah, we only got.
Yeah, cause you was about to.
Yeah.
You about to. You know how you got pissed off? You almost started a whole nother podcast.
Right?
Tell me, come get on it. It's an opportunity, bro. Go ahead, bro. Don't want to be on your little team.
Yeah,
I don't want to do your hookah lounge. I don't want to come to your meeting at Starbucks when you're not talking about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want. Yeah. We got clients in network marketing.
I
don't want to come there.
And I think that if a client is watching this, I love you.
Love you. Hey, you want to get part of my network marketing?
I don't fuck with that, right? I don't want to do that. Not saying it doesn't work. Not saying it.
You can't make money.
If I asked you to come somewhere if you don't want to go, I would greatly appreciate it if you told me, I don't fuck with that. Because it's the same a bunch of times trying to get you to come somewhere that you don't want to go to. Okay? So, be selfish. It's okay. To a certain extent. Be your final thoughts.
My final thoughts is basically just echoing that sentiment. And I say, because I already went on a whole tangent with this, but I just know as being too nice doesn't serve you. And I know you may be a little bit uncomfortable with this idea of, you know, I'm being selfish and stuff like that. But I can tell you, people will actually begin to like you more when you get your own needs met, when you put your needs first. Because they'll see that you're a person with standards, boundaries, and morals, and they can be like, holy shit, you know, you got a little bit, yeah, boundaries, standards, and morals. And from there, you can actually start building a life and creating a future where you're in control. I guess, besides that, social media.
Social media is country cowboy everywhere. If I ain't on it, I ain't on it. Okay? If I'm on it, hit me up, DM me, take a picture, tag me, put me in your story. Do whatever you gotta do. Give my contact information. I'm actually about to get out of here and get back on Instagram and give away that person who won the videos, right? I mean, not won the video, but pretty much won the giveaway, my $100 to $1,000 giveaway. Let y'all know right now. Doing giveaways on Instagram, I'm probably still rolling them, I don't know. But at the same time, we giving away a lot of stuff on Instagram, man. We are building our social media, building the digital age, building a lot of stuff. Just follow me on Instagram, Country Cowboy. Follow me on everything, Country Cowboy. Yeah, there you go. What's your social?
Prince Hicks on everything, P.R.I.N.E.S.T.O.N.H.I.C.K.S. Send us questions. I want to hear from questions like this because what I really want to focus on in the next couple of weeks from Mama's House to Penthouse is going a little bit deeper because I believe that we could talk about the step-by-step shit. We got all kind of stuff. You can go to the website, get the 10 mandatory building blocks to build a successful business now. We got social media courses coming out. We've got business courses coming out. We got all kind of stuff coming out to teach you business, teach you the tactics and skills. But this is what had me broke. I'm just going to be honest with you. I love to talk about mindset because while you may think all that skill shit is going to help you, but it's really this. So I know that went on a slight tangent there, but Princeton Hicks on everything. Hit us up, Mama's House to Penthouse /questions. DM me, tweet me, however you got to get the question to me, and I will put it on here because I'm committed to helping you create a future where you're in control. Besides that, if you want a big check pillow or you want a massive action movement shirt, the merch, all that type of stuff, go to heybodegaBomb.com. Besides that, look out for Social Palooza coming soon. If it's not out when you're watching this. Besides that, I'm gone.
Yeah. I open my eyes, I see them snakes in the sky, saying that they down the ride. Really, they down for the ride. Really, they down for a piece of my pie. Look in my eyes, you can see that I'm tired. Look at my ties, you can see I got drive. All these emotions, I put them aside. All this potential, I bring it to life. I look them dead in the eyes. Cause I really want it, and I'm really working, and I'm really stressing now because I'm nervous. Cause everybody wanna be on the surface. I think I earned it. Cause I've been spitting ever since you were jerking. I'm talking way before recording with Irvin. I was working, so I think I deserve it. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the sweat that I've been sweating, all them tears that I've been shedding. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the work that I was putting when they tell me that I shouldn't. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All the sweat that I was sweating, all them tears that I was shedding. Ain't nobody knows. Nobody knows, nobody knows, nobody knows. All the work that I was putting when they tell me that I shouldn't. Ain't nobody knows.
That's the Bruce. Nigga, we made it. Nah, man, bro, I remember locking in all hours of the night with you back in Houston, man. The grind was real. And even back then, man, in your Curious Keys days, I always knew you had that gift, something special about you. Man, continue to be great and inspired. Dreams really do come true, and only Wayne can make it happen. One love, your boy